Hello everyone, thanks. Hey, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate you coming to check out this, one of the first looks at Injustice Gods Among Us. This is from the same team that brought you Mortal Kombat. And right here at Comic-Con, we are introducing two new characters, Nightwing and Cyborg. We're going to show you a couple of fights, show you some of the moves that these characters can do, and also give you an idea of what's so different about this game that's going to kind of separate it from other fighting games. You notice that our characters have a lot of detail that we really want to kind of bring more detail with the characters, especially with how even they move on the screen. Notice Superman actually kind of floats along the arena, whereas Nightwing is a lot more of an agile, kind of acrobatic character. They have their standard, what you expect from a fighting game in terms of special moves. Superman obviously has, what you expect, his heat vision. He has a heroic dive move, we're calling here. Whereas Nightwing, he's more of like a two fighting style stance. You notice him with those two, he can connect those two power sticks together and have two different fighting styles, two different sets of attacks here. So he has also these projectiles that he can fire. He has these wing dings he throws. He has this great axe kick that's great for air attacks, as well as kind of the throwing up in the air there. Obviously, these characters can combine these moves together to form, amazing combos. But what we really want to kind of demonstrate here is the environment and how it actually comes to play with the fighting mechanic. As you notice, as the characters are fighting here, check out the different fighting styles that he has with his staff here. And you're going to notice the car on the left there. This really is going to show you how to distinguish between the characters. Superman is what we're calling a power character. These are characters of brute force, whereas Nightwing is more of a gadget character. And he's going to use the car in a different way than Superman would. So Nightwing's more like an acrobat. He'll actually, can get out of a corner if he's backed into a corner with his, and then attack there. Superman's more of a direct kind of power character. He can actually just pick up the car and slam it on him right there. So it's a lot more of a direct approach there. And this is really what separates the game from other fighters. We really want it to scatter throughout the background. We want interactive objects that the different characters use in different ways. That's really what kind of separates this game apart. You notice this hovering car over here. Nightwing, again, he can kind of grab onto it and launch himself at his opponent there. Whereas Superman, again, the big power character, he's like a lot more direct approach, brute force, just slams him on right there. It's a lot more of a, kind of intense experience. And then we're going to give you an idea of kind of the size and scope of our backgrounds. Our backgrounds are literally city blocks long. So we're going to see Superman, he's going to knock Nightwing into another arena located on top of a roof about 2 blocks away. Another thing you're going to notice is these kind of meters on the bottom. This is players can use them in different ways. For instance, Superman, you're going to notice here, Nightwing's actually enhancing his moves. He can throw more wing dings if he wants, or he can go into this mode which we're kind of calling a flash mode, where characters can actually come into this big confrontation with each other, and they can use the meter.
This ends now.
So the result of that, Superman won that. Or if you want to save your meter all up for one big crazy move, you're going to check out Nightwing's super move here. So if you want to save up your move, you kind of get all the kind of crazy intense moves. And of course, Superman, he wouldn't be topped by that, so we'll just see this. Of course, Nightwing's okay, don't worry about it. Survive that. So this ending gives you an idea of, the kind of the big size and scope of these fights, with the intros, and we really wanted to kind of capture the personality, the spirit of these characters, especially like, in the most photorealistic kind of blockbuster presentation as we could. The next fight we're going to show you here is going to be with another new character we're introducing, Cyborg, along with the Flash. And they're going to give you also, they're going to have a whole new set of background objects to use. And we're going to give you another idea, again, of how these different characters use these objects in the arena to really kind of, the mixture between the power characters and the various objects to use in the background with multiple arenas in these environments. It really gives you an idea of kind of like the variety that you're going to see of gameplay in these fights.
Catch me if you can.
So again, Cyborg and Flash. Flash is obviously, and everybody knows what Flash is. You know, he has a lot of dash moves with various attacks. You know, he can actually, when he's charging, he can go high or he can go low, so he can kind of mix that whole game up there. Cyborg has a number of projectiles. He has this awesome bombs that he can plant on the floor at different varying distances there. He's got the sonic blast wave, and he's got this great grapple gun. He's probably one of the most special moves of any character that they have. And notice here that you see those grenades that got knocked out of the bat suits. Characters can actually pick them up and use them as projectiles as they're fighting in the game. So again, it kind of gives them other attacks that they normally can't do. You notice that the arena, as we're fighting, there's damage going on in the background. By the end of the fight, these backgrounds are going to be completely annihilated on there. It really gives you a good idea just the kind of level of realism that we're shooting for with this game. Well, the next is a good example of a wager.
You won't know what hit you.
Again, so you look at the background, you see all the kind of destruction going on in the back here. And another interactive feature is the Batmobile here. So the Batmobile's here pointed. You see this red button on the right here. So Flash can actually push that red button, launching rockets out of the Batmobile. So if you're in a corner there, you have that advantage, and you can actually use that against your opponent. So we really wanted to kind of define different areas of the arena and say, why do I want to be there? What advantage do I have? And again, giving you an idea that the scope of these arenas, they're very big. So we have multiple fighting arenas to play from. Cyborg just knocked Flash down all the way down to the bottom of the back cable. There's a whole new set of tools and toys to play with. Now check out this power generator up top there. You know, Flash, like Nightwing, he can actually grab onto it, launch himself at his opponent there. So whenever you're up there, you can launch it. Whereas Cyborg can actually just rip it off of the, and you notice those live wires there now. Now that becomes a hazard. So Nightwing, or Cyborg can knock a Flash up there. And again, this kind of the arena is kind of dynamic. It's changing. You have a constant, you know, there's constantly things going on. They just show that he kind of opened this area to where those barrels are. And again, this is just another kind of advantage that you have if you're going to be in that part of the battle. Over on the left side here, you're going to see a good example of another transition back into the original arena that we had here. Cyborg's going to knock Flash into this elevator. He's going to beat the crap out of him while that's going up on there. Ends up on the top here, and we're back to the arena. You notice again the damage from before. And now again, as we said before, you can take those meters, you can use them for individual moves, or you can save it up for the big crazy super move here. Again, doing all the damage, and obviously Flash has, you know, one of the most outrageous super moves in the game. So again, that's the kind of size and scope and scale of what we're talking about with the game. You know, really wanted to get a sense of, you know, big, epic fighting adventure in the game.
Don't mess with the best.
So that's it. That's our demo of Injustice: Gods Among Us. We, we have 2 playable games over there. Thank you for coming out and checking it out. And we're going to be doing demos throughout the show. Thanks a lot.